looking for the picture square. Next, European artists brought with them the idea of realism. This was a belief that artists had to observe carefully and depict faithfully what the eye saw. What the artist produced was expected to look real and lifelike. European artists also brought with them the technique of oil painting, a technique with which Indian artists were not very familiar. Oil painting enabled artists to produce images that looked real. Next, not all European artists in India were inspired by the same things. The subjects they painted were varied, but invariably they seemed to emphasize the superiority of Britain, its culture, its people, its power. Let us look at a few major trends within imperial art. Next, one popular imperial tradition was that a picture square landscape painting. The what was the picture scape? These style of painting depicted India as a quaint land to be explored by traveling British artists. Its landscape was rugged and wild, seemingly untamed by human hands. Thomas Daniel and his nephew William Dangel were the most famous of the artists who painted within this tradition. They came to India in 1785 and stayed for 7 years, journeying from Calcutta to northern and southern India. They produced some of the most picturesque landscapes of Britain's newly territories in India. Their large oil paintings on canvas were regularly exhibited to select audience in Britain, and their album of were eagerly bound up by a British public keen to know about Britain's empire. Is picture 2 typical example of a picturesque landscape painted by the Daniels. Notice the ruins of local buildings that were once grand. The buildings are reminders of past glory, remain of an ancient civilization that was now in ruins. It was as if these decaying civilizations would change and modernize only through British governance. This image of British rule bringing modern civilization to India is powerfully emphasized in the numerous pictures of late 18th century Calcutta drawn by the Daniels. In these drawings, you can see the making of a new Calcutta with wide avenues, majestic European style buildings, and new modes of transport. There is life and activity on the roads. There is drama and excitement. Look carefully at figure 2 and 3 and foresee how the Daniels contrast the image of traditional India with that of life under British rule. Picture 2 seeks to represent the traditional life of India as pre-modern, changeless, and monotonous, typified by figure cows and boats sailing on the river, shows the modernizing influence of British rules by emphasizing a picture of dramatic change. Portraits of authorities, another tradition of art that became immensely popular in colonial India was portrait painting that rich and the powerful, both British and Indian wanted to see themselves on canvas. Unlike the existing Indian tradition of painting portraits in miniatures, colonial portraits were life-size images that looked lifelike and real. The size of the paintings itself projected the importance of the patrons who commissioned these portraits. These new style of portraitures also served as an ideal means of displaying the lavish lifestyle, wealth, and status that the empire generated. As portrait painting became popular, many European portrait painters came to India in search of portable commissions. One of the most famous of the visiting European painters was Johann Joffini. He was born in Germany, migrated to England, and came of India in the mid 1780s for 5 years. Figure 3 and 4 are two examples of the portraits that Joffini painted.